Hi everyone, welcome to Mantle Beauty, where beauty meets wisdom and purpose meets elevation. In 2026, clock your own tea so they can't clock it for you. You own your story. You tell your own story, whatever story that is, and take the power away from people that think that they have the power to tell the story for you. Because they don't. A lot of people, from what I've found and what I understand, is that when they think that they know something about you, they feel like they can tell your story for you. You're the only one that has the power to tell your story. And your story is actually very, very powerful. And that's why you take your power back by telling your own story. Can't nobody clock your tea when you done told the tea yourself. Can't nobody tell your story when you're willing to pull up a table and tell the story yourself. Take your power back in 2026. Take all shame away from any mistakes that you've ever made in your life. Because baby, we all got tea and we all got a story. But the only difference is when somebody is trying to shame you about your tea, about your story, about your testimony, the very thing that they think that they're shaming you about, it actually does not disqualify you. It actually qualifies you. God has already qualified you for that story, for that testimony, because there's somebody just like you wishing and wondering how they're going to be able to get out of that situation. There's somebody that is going through a divorce right now. You've made it out of the divorce and they're looking for some advice. They're looking for some help. They're looking for some clarity on how they're going to be able to get through that divorce. There's somebody that is a single mother right now. They don't know how to pay their bills. They don't know how to do anything on their own. They're trying to figure it all out. They don't know what they're going to do. Money's coming in slow. Money's not coming in the way that it needs to come in. They had a baby at a young age. People was telling them, oh, she got pregnant at such a young age. Oh, she's going to be a failure in life. Oh, she's not going to amount to anything. It's a lie from the pit of hell, baby. And you clock your tea and you tell them, you know what? Yeah, that is my story. But let me tell you the real story. Let me tell you the real facts. Let me give you the real information. Since you want to tell my story for me, pull up a chair and let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you. Let me go ahead and tell my story of what I've been through. Let me go ahead and tell you of what God has brought me through. That's tea. The real tea is telling you what God has done. The real tea is telling you that you can make it up out of that. The real tea is telling you how I got to the other side by the grace of God. The real tea is how I turned my life around. The real tea is how I don't look like what I've been through. Now that's clockable. That's what's clockable. People think that they telling your tea. People think that they saying something. But what they really see is the glory of God. That's what they really see. They really see the glory of God all over your life because you don't look like what you've been through. The real tea is them wondering how you made it out of that situation, how you got through that divorce, how did you get through going to jail, how did you transform your life? That's the real tea. That's the real tea, baby. They don't never want to ask you that. They never want to ask you that. They just want to tell you that they just want to talk about the tea that they think they know. Your testimony is what qualifies you. The very thing that you think disqualifies you is what qualifies you, sweetheart. The very thing that you think disqualifies you, it qualifies you. Pick yourself up. Take away all shame. Take away all shame of all whatever you've done that is embarrassing. Ain't nothing embarrassing about your testimony. Ain't nothing embarrassing about how you got through. There's nothing embarrassing about what God has done for you, how He's kept your mind in ways where you almost thought you was going to lose your mind. That's the real tea. That's the real tea. You take full control of your narrative. You take all shame away from what you've been through. You've been through something that somebody off themselves. Somebody been through what you've been through and they took their own life and you didn't. That's the real tea. The real tea is you've been through something and somebody went through the very same thing, but the difference is they took their life and you didn't. Your story is powerful. It's time for you to tell your story. It's time for you to be brave. It's time for you to talk about it. It's time for you to tell your testimony. It's time for you to clock your own tea. Don't let nobody clock your tea for you. It's time for you to clock it yourself. People swear they got something on you. They ain't got a thing. An absolute nothing. Take your power back. Own it. No matter how embarrassing it may seem, own your story. It's your story. It's where God has brought you from. It's what God has done for you. Own your story, baby. There is nothing to be ashamed of. Absolutely nothing. Can't nobody shame you about nothing. Nothing. Because God has gotten the glory out of your life through every mistake. He can use your testimony through every mistake, everything that you've done, everything that is looked at as negative. He can use it and turn it for his glory. Because, baby, let me tell you something. The same people that be pointing their finger, the same people that be talking about you, running their mouth about you, saying everything under the sun about you, baby, we all got tea. We all been through something. We all been through something. We all got a story to tell. Every single last one of us have a story to tell. So in 2026, you stand on that thing. And you be proud. You be proud of how far you've actually come. That tea that they think they clocking, that's the tea that's for your book. That tea that they think that they clocking, that's the T that's going to help somebody. That's the T. The T stands for testimony. That's the testimony. That's the testimony that's going to bring somebody out. That's the testimony. You haven't even met the person that you're going to help yet. You haven't even met them. You haven't even met the person's life that you're going to transform. You haven't even met them yet. That's the real T. You are not a failure. I don't care what mistake you've made. I don't care what you've done. There is no period behind your life. As long as you got breath in your body, there is no period on your life. You can transform your life any day, any time, any season. Don't think that just because you're in a season right now, a tough time right now, that that's the end of everything. Because, baby, let me tell you something. Seasons change. The same way the seasons change, your life is going to change. You're not going to be in the same place always. They talking about you now. They talking about you now. They talking about what you've been through, what mistakes you've made, but it's not going to be forever. You're not going to be there forever. Take away the shame. Take away the shame and tell them I'll pull up a table and I'll pull up a chair and we can talk about my tea. We can talk about my testimony. We can talk about the great things that God has done for me. You don't know where God is about to take you. You don't know who you're about to meet. You don't know where God is about to take you. You don't know who you're about to meet. But God has great things in store for your life. There is no period behind your name. There's no period behind your story. That's the real tea. That is the real tea. You be proud of yourself. Yes, you're a single mother, but you're a good mother. Yes, you're going through a divorce, but it's not the end of the world. Yes, you're going through some tough things, but you're going to get through it. It doesn't disqualify you. It actually qualifies you. It actually qualifies you. God has so many great things in store for you. So many great things for your life. Don't you dare let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't you dare let anyone tell you what you can and can't do, can and can't be in 2026. In 2026, take all shame away. Take all doubt away. Take everything. Stand in your truth. Yes, you did it. Yes, it happened. But it's the past and you're moving on. You're moving on with your life. You're making better choices. You're doing better. Trouble does not last always. It can't stay like that forever. It cannot stay like that forever. 2026 is going to be the best year of your life because you clock your own T. 2026 is going to blow your mind because you clock your own T. 2026, you're taking your power back because there's no shame in what you've been through. A lot of people like to act like they ain't never been through nothing. There's a lot of judgmental people in this world, and we can't do anything about people that are judgmental. They're just gonna judge no matter what. People are just gonna judge. We can't do anything about that. But what we can do is we can stand in our truth. That's what we can do. We can stand in our truth. We can know that God has great things in store for us, even in spite of all that we've been through and every mistake that we've ever made. Every mistake is going to get the glory out of your life. Every mistake can be used. Everything. You are not a failure because you went through something. You are not a failure because you went to jail. You are not a failure. You are not the things that people label you as. You are everything that God has called you to be and said that you are. Turned a blind eye and a deaf ear to anything that has nothing to do with what God said that you are. That's what I want you to do. Turned a blind eye and a deaf ear to anything that is not what God has said that you are. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what your past is. Your past does not define you. Your future is ahead of you. Your future is so bright. Your future is so beautiful. God has so many great things in store for you. So many great things in store for you. So many. People try to tell your story, they get it wrong every time. Every single time. Oh, well, she did this and she did that. And this is what happened in her life. And oh my gosh, can you believe this? He done went here and did that, did this and did that. And this is what happened. Tell your own story. Don't let anyone tell your story for you. Take away the shame. There is no shame. There is no shame in your testimony. None. God has used the most filthiest people. People that you think are just the most filthiest. That's the ones that God uses the most. The ones with the most filthiest background. The most filthiest past, those are the ones that God qualifies the most. Because how can you relate to anyone? There's no perfect person. There is not one perfect person nowhere. You can't find them. And you never will be able to. Put your mantle on. Put your mantle on and remember who God has called you to be. Because God is going to get the glory out of your life regardless. Regardless of what anybody thinks, regardless of what anybody says. Pick yourself up. Pick yourself up. Be proud of how far you've come. Baby, you don't look like what you've been through. Pick yourself up. Pick yourself up. Yes, you've done it. Yes, it happened. Pick yourself up, sweetie. You can't change the past, but you can look to a brighter future. Let them talk about whatever they want to talk about, but look to a brighter future. It's time to walk in your calling in this season. In this year, it is time. You've been putting off so many things because you're afraid of what someone's going to think. You're afraid of what someone's going to say. You're holding yourself back. Stop holding yourself back. God has so many great things in store for you. So many. And I'm just here to remind you. I'm just here to remind you of what God said that you are. Of who God said that you are. You're not the things that people say that you are. You are what God has said that you are. The only opinion that matters is what God says that you are. That's it. No one else. No one else's opinion matters. And in 2026, you be all that God has called you to be. Everything that God has called you to be, you be that in 2026. If you fall down 10 times, get up 11. Let people laugh at you falling while they're being stagnant, while they're not growing at all. At least you're trying. At least you're trying. At least you're trying. Somebody's given up already. Somebody has thrown in a towel already, but you didn't. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. You've been down long enough. You've been feeling sorry for yourself long enough. It's been long enough. It's time to get up, sweetie. It's time to be all that God has called you to be. It's time to get up. It's time. No more letting it wait until things are perfect. It'll never be perfect. Do it now. It will never be perfect. Do it now. It will never be perfect. Do it now. '26 is your year. 2026, God wants to show you some things. You have to let him show you, though. You have to let him show you, though. Get up. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it because you clock your own tea. Because you know this true story. You know the full story. Don't worry about it. They said that you're a failure. Okay. And what does that have to do with what God has for you? What does that have to do about your future? They can't stop anything. They can't stop what God has for you. They can't stop it. They can't stop what God has for you. Are you kidding? All they can do is talk. They can't stop what God has for you. Let them talk. but clock your own tea. You have a story. You have a story. You have a powerful voice. Stop silencing your voice because of what you think someone's going to think. Stop doing it. They're talking about you because they know how powerful you are. People don't talk about nobody that ain't powerful. People don't talk about nobody that don't got a powerful story. They're wondering how you keep getting up every day. They're wondering how you keep locking in. They're wondering. They're trying to figure out how you do it. And you so busy beating yourself up because you done made this mistake or made that mistake. You failed or you did whatever. Get up and try again. Get up and try again. Your failures don't define you. Your failure can never define you, ever. Never. Never in this life will it ever. It's your testimony. And don't you ever think that you're in anything alone. Don't you ever think that you're the only one that's ever going through what you're going through. The very people that's talking about you like a dog, they have skeletons and they have all type of stuff in their closet. Stuff that you would be shocked. You would just be shocked. The people with the biggest opinions be the main ones. That's the thing that gets me. The people that are judging you and have so much to say about you, they are the ones that really are being condemned in their own life. They're condemning you because of the things that you've done or the things you don't even live there no more. And they still keep talking about the same thing over and over again. Honey, let me clock the tea for you. Because, honey, I can clock my own tea. I can tell, like, there's no shame, honey. In my story, there's no shame. There's no shame in anything that I've done, anything that I've said. There's no shame. Because it's a testimony, because I don't live there anymore. And you don't live there anymore. Are you still in jail? You went to jail, right? Are you still in jail? No, you're not. You got through that, right? You had a baby at 16. You're not 16 anymore, are you? And even if you are 16, it's still your tea. And you can clock your own tea, and God can do something with that story. God can do something with that testimony. Don't you ever let anybody make you feel bad for anything that you've overcome, anything that you've gone through, because it took someone else up out of here. You tell your story, you tell your testimony so you can't tell it no more. Take the shame away. Take the fear away. Take the shame away. You are called. And there's nothing they can do to stop it. There is nothing they can do to stop the calling that is upon your life. You can tell people until you can't tell them no more. They can tell them until they can't tell it no more. There is nothing that anybody can do to stop the calling that is placed upon your life. Nothing. Because they didn't call you, God did. They did not call you. God called you. You are fully equipped. Put your mantle on. Put your mantle on. Walk into your calling. In 2026, walk into what God has called you to do. Walk into the things that God has for you. God has so many great things in store for you. But you're so busy worried about what somebody want to think. Who cares what anybody thinks? People got their own problems. They got their own issues. Who cares? Let them talk. Let them say whatever they want to say. They ain't going to stop nothing. Can't stop a thing. Your story is powerful. Your story is a testimony. And there is someone in this world that is going to survive because you told your story, because you told your testimony, because you told your own tea, because you clocked your own tea and you took every shame, you took everything that everybody tried to use against you. You took your power back. Take your power back and clock your own tea.